Hello, and welcome to Day 5 of our video series, Quick Tips for Supporting Executive Function. Aspire is a local nonprofit organization that envisions a community where people of all abilities live, learn, and grow together. We believe that truly inclusive environments set everyone up for success and benefit each and every individual. We're bringing you this quick tip series because we know that executive function skills play a role in all of our daily lives, regardless of age or ability. Over the course of 6 videos, our goal is to bring you factual information and practical strategies for 6 essential executive function skills. Before we move into our focus skill area for today, let's take a moment to define what we mean when we say executive function. According to the Center on the Developing Child at Harvard University, executive function and self-regulation skills are like an air traffic control system in the brain. They help us manage information, make decisions, and plan ahead. This process occurs in the frontal lobe of our brain and is responsible for our ability to organize and act upon our thoughts, ideas, and behaviors. It's important to remember that although we are all born with a unique potential to develop executive function skills, they are learned and refined through practice, experience, and reinforcement. That means we can take active steps to improve our executive function skills in various ways. Doing so can have a positive impact on our ability to learn, work, and interact with others, no matter our age or stage in life. In this series, we'll review 6 essential executive function skill areas. These include self-control, self-monitoring, working memory, flexible thinking, planning, and organization. Today, we'll take a deeper dive into the skill area of planning by helping you understand what it means, why it's important, how you can practice it, and extra resources to learn more. Let's get started. Can you think of a time when you felt overwhelmed by a project? What started out as a simple endeavor quickly got the best of you. All of a sudden, there was an extensive list of steps you needed to check off before you could complete the job. Whether it's planning to see a movie with friends, planting flowers in the garden, or completing a long-term research project, there are often unforeseen obstacles that pop up when you least expect them. So, what is planning? Planning refers to preparation, prioritizing, and goal setting. Planning is a very important skill that anyone can work on and improve. Planning helps us stay focused, helps us select the necessary tools, and empowers us to accomplish great things. Now let's take a look at some useful tips. Tip number 1, ask questions. What do you need to consider before taking on a project? Think about the type of information you will need in order to generate a plan. Sometimes the simplest way to begin is asking the who, what, when, why, and how questions. This will help you focus on one step at a time without overlooking any important details. What types of informed questions can you ask to be able to solve a problem? How can you apply the information you've collected? Tip number 2, prioritize. How can you decide where to start first? Multitasking is a term that we are very familiar with in our fast-paced society. We all need a system that helps us create a manageable sequence of tasks so we know where to begin and where to end. Factors to consider as you embark on a job include the urgency of the situation, the complexity of the project, and your own interest level. This takes into consideration short-term versus long-term projects. One way to do this is to assign a rating system to each task on your to-do list to help you sequence your tasks in a logical manner. What variables are the most important to you in setting priorities to get the job done? How can you devise a rating system that helps you manage your time in a productive way? Tip number 3, be smart. How can you be thoughtful when setting your goals? When we set goals for ourselves, we want to be sure that they are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. This framework applies to goals that are academic, like researching migration patterns of coyotes, work-related, such as designing productivity incentives at your company, or personal, like planning a surprise birthday celebration for a friend. How do you monitor your progress when you're trying to achieve your goals? What are some obstacles that you may need to overcome during the process? Tip number 4, map it out. What are the next steps to execute your plan? One way to get started is to create a timeline of the various projects you are working on. This requires you to estimate the amount of time it will take for each task when assembling your timeline. Some examples may include a study checklist, an index card system, a spreadsheet, or an app, such as Wunderlist or Google Calendar. And remember, a plan is only as good as the effort you put into it. Are you able to put in the work required to execute your plan? Does the project timeline enable you to reach your end goal? These are just a few tips to help you consider planning in your daily life. There are many other resources available for people of all ages and abilities to practice the skill regularly. Check out the other tools we've shared to get tips on games, videos, apps, or articles related to the skill area we discussed today. Which of these quick tips do you aspire to utilize today? Ask questions. Prioritize. Be smart. Map it out. Remember, refining these skills takes practice and time. Start small by focusing on one tip at a time. Need a way to follow through? Try writing down the strategy and posting it as a reminder. Or tell a friend or a family member about it and ask them to check in with you. Thank you for joining us for day 5 of our quick tips series on executive function. Stay tuned for next time when we'll discuss the executive function skill area of organization, coming soon. You can reach out with questions by emailing us at inclusion@aspirechicago.com. Until then, learn more by visiting aspirechicago.com or connecting with us on social media. Take care and remember, together we're better.